Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. It's finished. Southampton nil, Manchester United 1. It's an away win after a long time. They haven't won away Manchester United since February, so that's something. I guess it was just it needed a goal to liven up in that second half, didn't it? But otherwise, it was Southampton were the better team. I think Southampton were the better team throughout that game. It just there was a little bit of a moment of Bruno magic that got United through. And Southampton will do the fact that they missed a lot of chances. I mean, Shea Adams, I think, had about 3-4 chances to score a goal. Just couldn't find that clinical touch, that cutting edge again towards the end of in that game. They just looked like they were missing something towards the end. And maybe it was lack of composure, maybe it was just a lack of quality. I don't know. But Southampton will come out of that game thinking we've done enough to get a point. We should have got a point, and I think that's the way it is. But United, they get 3 points. I think that's the most important thing. It's a big drop off from Liverpool, and you kind of expect that with United. You kind of expect that because this team is not. I mean, this team is not beat Liverpool good. Let's be honest. They got lucky against Liverpool. In some ways, they played well, but they got a little bit lucky as well. So you expect a bit of a drop off, but again, it's just there's lack of energy. There was a lack of I don't know what it was. It just there was again lack of cutting edge perhaps as well for United as well in that game, because oftentimes they got into decent positions, but then they couldn't find that final pass. They couldn't make opportunities in that first half. They only really had one chance, which was the one that was a series of 3 blocks. I'm not sure how United didn't score in that phase of play, but there were 3 blocks I think back to back, and that was really the only chance that United created, clear-cut chance. I mean, Southampton, on the other hand, I think they had an opportunity. They had a couple of opportunities. There was, Bella-Kotchap, who I thought he was, brilliant, and had almost a free shot after that corner from James Ward-Prowse, which he missed. I think United looked a little bit, shaky in corners, which they always do. They look very shaky in the corners and the set pieces. And I'm surprised Southampton didn't make one of those count, but they didn't do more. I almost felt like Southampton were a little bit. They were getting in good positions again, but they were not able to make those positions count, even from the corners. So or the set pieces rather. So that was something as well for them to work on. Bella-Kotchap for me had a fantastic game, absolutely brilliant. Because I know they gave it to Lisandro Martinez, but for me, I think he was the man of the match. He had to be the man of the match. It's absolutely brilliant. It's I mean, I know Rashford's not a natural striker, so it's a little bit easier to play against him. But still, he did a fantastic job on Rashford, did a fantastic job on Sancho. Even Ronaldo was kept quiet as well. So he looked very good. He's a fantastic player and someone who we might see a whole lot more of in the coming months and years. But he was amazing today. Looked really good, very sharp. And the goal that came from Manchester United actually came right after he had a bit of an injury issue. And there was probably when you get an injury knock, when you get a knock or something, it probably sometimes takes you 3 or 4 minutes to shake it off. And that was the time when they got that goal. If you remember, it was that period. It was telling that was the only period where they could actually get that goal. And Bruno Fernandes, I mean, that was a great finish. Whatever else you want to say, that was a great finish from Bruno Fernandes. He took it well. It's a difficult one, and this is Bruno of 2019, 2020. Where the Bruno of 2020, Bruno of 2021 who scores these kind of goals. The Bruno of 2022 probably doesn't score those kind of goals, but he still managed to channel. That was a brilliant finish right in the bottom corner. It's just amazing, incredible finish. And after that, I just thought, I think United kind of just thought, we got the goal. Southampton will just build and we'll just see this game out. I think they went complacent. I think they kind of just assumed that the game was done and dusted. It was a big mistake because Southampton really came hard at United, and in any other game, on any other day, you would have felt that Southampton would have got something from that game and won that game. For some reason, there were chances. Say Kumara's overhead kick. I thought that was going wide, by the way, but it was still a good. It still looked good for the cameras. It was a good blocked by Dalot. There was another chance for Mara as well, which he again placed over the bar. There was a couple of, Bella-Kotchap had a wonderful one, and he had a chance as well, which he kind of blazed over. She had had a couple of chances in the second half as well, where he missed over. So there were opportunities for Southampton. They were pressing high. They were pressing, really pressing. And there were so many moments where I thought United, okay, they get out. And they just couldn't find that pass to get out, that get out pass as they called it, because I think the defense was good, because Lavia was good as well in midfield. So you can actually point out the standard performances from Southampton, and yet for some reason they're the team that lost. So you have to say that they were very good in defense, they were very good in midfield. The problem was in the attack. If they fixed that, if they had better composure, they would have won this game quite easily. And that was the issue for United. You kind of looking who's really good, because I don't think anybody really saw. Even I know Martinez got the man of the match, but actually to me there were moments where he looked a little bit shaky with Shea Adams. Like there were times when he was overran the ball, where Shea Adams got the better of him. Not often. They got the better of him a couple of times. So I wouldn't say he came out of it with like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 performance either. In my opinion, maybe you're different. So I can't think of anyone who had a standout performance. But that goal move also just before that finish as well. By the way, that one touch sequence between Sancho, Dalot, and I think Elanga was pretty good as well. But other than that, you're struggling to think of what good United did in this game. So that's something for Ten Hag to work on. That's the consistency aspect of it. And hopefully work on it. I was surprised not to see Casemiro for longer, especially when Southampton were on top, like from the 70th minute on. I was like thinking, well, you got a defensive midfielder who's won everything with Real Madrid. He's just sitting there. You need someone to hold on to a 1-0 lead. You bring him on, and he didn't. You didn't bring him on till much later. So I was surprised with that. But my understanding is that he's super not fit. And it'll be intriguing to see what lineup he goes with against Leicester. He's probably will have to make a few changes. But yeah, it's just a game, right? But there's not a lot. There were not a lot of talking points from United's perspective, because I don't think anybody played well. The only other part though is the squad depth issue with United, because you think about it, they lost Martial to injury, and they don't start. And for some reason, Ten Hag said he's not going to start Ronaldo. I am assuming it's because of the transfer thing, but maybe we'll see more of him after the window closes. But if you don't have Ronaldo, if you don't have Martial, you're literally starting Elanga, and that's a big problem. That's a massive problem for United's depth. And they need at least one more winger. I don't know if they're gonna get it, but they do need one more winger in that squad. And yeah, that's something for them to try and get sorted. But you know what? Ultimately, it's 3 points for United. They've needed it. They now get to 6 points from 12, which is something. And the reality is that the form has been pretty bad for a long time. So to get 2 wins on the trot, they'll take that. To get a clean sheet as well, they'll take that, especially against a side that's for some reason always manages to frustrate United. Southampton always seem to get a late goal, always seem to get a late equalizer. So they didn't do it this time. So that's something that will please United as well. But let me know in the comments. What do you think? What were your thoughts on the game? What are your thoughts on Manchester United's performance? Did you see something that stood out to you? Did you see something that you want to talk about that I may have missed? Mention in the comments, of course. Always happy to hear your thoughts on the game as well, of course. And do smash a like for Bella-Kotchap, Bella-Kotchap, my man of the match. If he's your man of the match, do smash a like for him. Fantastic player, absolutely well played, and well done, by the way. Tough luck to be on the losing side, but really fantastic game. And do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. We've got a lot of match reactions coming up today and tomorrow. So subscribe so you can go and get notified as soon as videos drop. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.